Hello friends, today we are going to discuss how to write the synopsis for a project work. We all know that the project work or the research work is very important if we are going to make our career in any of the fields of the managements or any of the studies that we are going to do. Project work or the research works gives us the solid base of the knowledge or idea, so that we can have a more practical approach towards our workings. Fine. So when we are going to make our project or research work, so before that we must have a synopsis. Fine. ये क्वेश्चन आता है बार बार that whether you are having a synopsis or not. तो synopsis बनाने से पहले we must know that what is synopsis, what is the objective of the synopsis. क्योंकि when we know why we are making the synopsis, then only we can make a clear cut synopsis, so that we are just going to start what is the meaning of the synopsis. So देखिए, जब भी हम लोग synopsis की बात करते हैं, synopsis क्या होता है? Synopsis is just like a planning for the project or रिसर्च. तो जो हम लोग अपने प्रोजेक्ट या रिसर्च को जब हम लोग पहले से प्लान कर लेते हैं कि क्या क्या चीज़ें करनी है, व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन अवर प्रोजेक्ट एंड रिसर्च, व्हेन वी डिसाइड एंड प्लान इट इन एडवांस, दैट इज नोन एज द सिनॉप्सिस. सिनॉप्सिस इज बेसिकली द समरी ऑफ all the activities that we are going to do or we had already used in our research work. Fine. So now let's discuss that how to write the synopsis for a project work. So देखिए, when you will see the first point, that in the first point it has been written that it starts with a clear and concise statement of the project's main objective or problem statement. Fine. So now we are just going to break this sentence. So start with a clear and concise statement. So you must use the clear and concise statement to make your main objective or problem statement. See, the main objective means that the main objective of your project work or the research work, because if you are not having that main objective, and if your main objective is not correct, then your output will no longer be useful. Fine. So you must have your main objective and it must be communicated in a very clear and concise statement. Further, it has been mentioned that this should not be more than one or two sentences. ये एक या दो sentences ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए, because your जो main objective है, it is just like your vision statement, जो बिल्कुल clear cut होना चाहिए और target oriented होना चाहिए. Fine. It has been we have just discussed the first point. In the second point, it has been written that briefly describe the research methodology and techniques used to conduct the project. So both research methodology and techniques that you are going to use in your project work or research work, you must have to mention that what kind of research methodology tools, what kind of data you are going to use. It has been mentioned that including any data sources, samples, techniques and analysis methods. So see, in the first point you have made your problem statement or main objective. Now you are just telling that now I am having the main objective or the problem statement. So this is the methodology through which we are going to estimate or we are going to work upon our main objective or the problem statement. तो ये वो तरीका है जिसके थ्रू आप अपने मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव को you will achieve. Fine. तो पहले पॉइंट में आपने क्या किया? पहले पॉइंट में we have just discussed our main objective. In the second point, we have just discussed the research methodology or techniques we are going to use to work in our main objective. The third point is that outline the main findings and conclusion. Outline the main findings and conclusions of the project. तो आपकी जो main findings हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ें आपको मिली कि बॉस ये करने से मुझे ये पता चला, ठीक है ना, क्या भी चीज़ें मिली, और क्या आपने conclusion आपको क्या लग रहा है कि हाँ बॉस ये करने से मुझे ये पता चला कि ये सारी टोटलिटी में चीज़ें हो रही हैं. ठीक है ना. मान लीजिए कि जैसे मुझे पता चला कि बहुत जीएसटी पे जब मैंने रिसर्च किया तो मुझे पता चला कि मेरी फाइंडिंग्स ये रही कि भाई जीएसटी आसान है. ठीक है ना. आसान इन द सेंस कि आसान है क्योंकि पिछले वाले टैक्सेशन सिस्टम से तो समझना आसान है. हाँ, ये कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है. किस चीज़ में कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्यों हो जाता है? क्योंकि इसमें फाइलिंग बहुत सारी है. एक साल में आप मान के चलिए कि 24 फाइलिंग तो कम से कम होनी है. तो लेंदी ज़रूर है, लेकिन जब आप काम करना शुरू करेंगे तो वो बहुत आसान है. प्लस ये ऑफलाइन नहीं ऑनलाइन है. ये तो फाइंडिंग्स होती है. कंक्लूजन ये हो सकता है कि जीएसटी में अभी भी बदलाव की ज़रूरत है. ठीक है, लेकिन पिछले सिस्टम से ये बहुत बेहतर है. इसमें बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो आप लोगों ने इंक्लूड करी है वो बहुत बेहतर है। तो देयर मस्ट बी योर फाइंडिंग्स एंड देयर मस्ट बी योर कंक्लूजन ऑल्सो, हाईलाइटिंग द मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट एंड रेलेवेंट रिजल्ट। ये आपको बताना होता है भाई, रिजल्ट भी जो है बहुत सारे रिजल्ट आएंगे, इसमें क्या सिग्निफिकेंट और रेलेवेंट रिजल्ट है, यू मस्ट हैव टू चूज इन बिटवीन। बहुत साइंटिफिक मेथड्स है, यू हैव टू सी। सो बी श्योर टू कनेक्ट योर फाइंडिंग्स टू योर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स एंड प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, योर फाइंडिंग्स मस्ट बी अलाइन टू योर ऑब्जेक्टिव और प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट। जो भी आपकी ऐसा नहीं कि भैया ऑब्जेक्टिव मेरा अलग था, फाइंडिंग्स मेरी अलग है, उससे कोई मतलब ही नहीं है, ठीक है ना। मान लेते हैं कि मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव था जीएसटी के बारे में देखने का और फाइंडिंग्स में मैंने इनकम टैक्स की फाइंडिंग निकाल दी है, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना। बस मेरा अगर मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है जीएसटी पे स्टडी करने का, तो मुझे क्या देखने का, फाइंडिंग से मेरा उसी से रिलेटेड होना चाहिए, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट जो फोर्थ पॉइंट है आपका, ये आपका थर्ड पॉइंट था, वी हैव डन। तो इन फोर्थ पॉइंट डिस्कस द प्रैक्टिकल इंप्लीकेशंस ऑफ योर रिसर्च। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। देखिए प्रैक्टिकल इंप्लीकेशंस क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है, कि मैं रिसर्च कर क्यों रहा हूँ। मैं रिसर्च इसलिए नहीं करना कि मुझे रिसर्च करने का है, या मैं प्रोजेक्ट को इसलिए नहीं बना रहा हूँ कि मुझे एग्जाम पास करने का होता है। रिसर्च करने का ये भी ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं होता कि मुझे बेहतर से बेहतर जगह अपना पेपर छपवा लेना है। रिसर्च करने या प्रोजेक्ट बनाने का सबसे मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है कि ये जो नॉलेज मुझे मिली है, वॉट एवर नॉलेज आई एम गेटिंग फ्रॉम दिस रिसर्च और प्रोजेक्ट, that can be used in real world situation or not. If that can be used in the real world situation, then your objective of research is actually completed. Otherwise there is no objective of your research. If that cannot work in, or if that cannot contribute to advanced knowledge in your field, then there is basically no objective of research. So it must have the practical implication. It must be ability to used in the real world situations. Now this was the fourth one. Now this is the fifth one, that conclude with a statement summarizing the key contribution of the project, including any limitations or areas or further research. देखिए अगर मैं कोई भी करता हूँ, कोई भी अपना रिसर्च वर्क करता हूँ या प्रोजेक्ट बनाता हूँ, उसकी कुछ ना कुछ लिमिटेशन जरूर होती हैं, ठीक है, और कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी एरिया जरूर होती हैं इन विच वी कैन डू द फर्दर रिसर्च. So whenever we are summarizing any or concluding any research work or project work, there must be mention of some limitations or areas of further research that must be. So there are 2-3 points. That first point is, when writing your synopsis, remember to keep it concise and focus on the main points of your project. So must keep it concise and focus. Second, use clear and straightforward language. Also make sure that your synopsis follow any specific format or length if that has been provided by your instructor or program. So this is the example of the synopsis. So the title is the impact of social media on mental health and analysis of young adult perception. So this is the main title, actually, the impact of social media on mental health. So they are just going to judge that the impact of social media on the mental health of the persons. So in objective they have clearly mentioned that they just wanted to explore the relationship between the social media use and the mental health outcomes among the young adults. They have grouped the adult age also to 18 to 25. So they have clearly mentioned their objective, no problem in this. In the methodology section, they have mentioned that the mixed methods approach will be used, including 200 participants, in which there will be interview of 20 participants, and the survey collected data on social media will be used. Fine. And after that, they have mentioned the findings that results showed that there is significant positive correlation between social media use and mental health symptoms. Means that there is the impact of positive, means there is impact of social media on the mental health of the person aged between the 18 to 25. So the further studies can be done for the persons between the age of 18 also and above the age of 25 also. So that can also be the area of the further studies. Now after that, they have mentioned the implications, that the findings suggest that the social media use can have negative effect on mental health, but also highlight the need for more and context specified approaches. Then after that, at last they have mentioned the contributions. This study adds to the growing body of research on the relationship between the social media and mental health and provide insight into young adults. So they have mentioned each and everything. So this is the clear statement. From that you can know that what exactly they are going to do and how they are going to do. This is the main thing. So if you are having this synopsis, a very practical approach synopsis before your research work or project work, so definitely you are going to have a a genuine kind of research work. Fine. So we just go with the synopsis. Fine. So synopsis we have to complete, and this was all about a synopsis from my side. If there will be any problem, you can call me, text me. Okay. Thank you very much.